And welcome back. So I'm doing a little series of short videos on how to Guild Wars 2 PvP. And in part 1 we learned we don't have to be a level 80 to PvP. We also learned how to get here to the lobby. Once you're in the lobby here, you don't actually, we'll talk about that on another occasion, we don't actually have to come here, but once you're here in the lobby, I'm gonna go to my hero panel. This video is about armor. So if you look at my hero here, so the hero panel, you'll notice that I have this very low level. I don't think it even has a level. This is the default armor and weapon that just came with this character. This is not the PvP armor. PvP armor, like if you're familiar with PvE, you got the trinkets, you have 6 pieces of armor. Obviously I don't have all of that. I don't have any trinkets, nothing. PvP armor is actually the button right next to the helmet here. So I'm going to left click this button, and this is your armor right here. This is your armor. So the PvE armor level that you have has no bearings on how protected you are when you're PvPing. That's a bit of an odd one. I didn't know that when I started PvPing. So if you try to go into a battle, if you try to queue in for a battle, you'll get this message that you don't have a build and stuff like that, and you're wondering, like, I used to wonder, like, what is that? What is that? Why is it telling me that? Or it'll tell you that your armor isn't properly done for PvP, stuff like that. Well, this is what you need to do. You need to come in here, and this right here is your amulet. I'm going to mention right now that if you go on, I don't know that this will capture it, but I'm gonna type it here. If you go to meta battle, Guild Wars 2, you can like Google it, and then you'll see it'll take you to the website. There's builds there, PvP builds and other kinds of builds, but focusing on PvP. The build will include what amulet you should be using. Okay, but here's all your amulets. So let's say that we want to go be a berserker amulet. That's what we do. The relic. Let's say you select Xeras for that. I'm just randomly selecting stuff here. Rune, it already came with the Rune of Holbrack, but again, you can change it to whatever. Here, Rune of the Fighter is usually a popular one for, you can type here. Rune of the Fighter, popular for warriors usually. We're not gonna go with this. In another video we'll do the real thing, but right now I just wanted to show you that this is your armor. As far as weapons go, same as the armor. It doesn't matter what level your weapon is, how powerful it is, what it looks like. When it comes to PvP, it doesn't matter how shiny your weapon is. You can literally buy any weapon that you have. So in PvE again, you spend a lot of time, maybe months, like trying to get a legendary weapon, right? Cool effects and all that, has the maximum stats and whatnot. Those stats do not matter in PvP. So if you're putting together a build for PvP, you don't need to worry about crafting a weapon that's going to eat up a lot of gold or a lot of mats, or learn a recipe. None of that matters. You can literally come here to the weaponsmith. Just I'm at the market waypoint. You can in the PvP lobby. Come here to the weaponsmith and you can buy. So let's say we wanted a shield, 40 copper, nothing to craft, very cheap. Go in here. Boom, we can now have an offhand. Okay. Whatever weapon you need for the build that you're going to make, you can use these weapons. Again, go in here to your armor and equipment for PvP. Now I have a dull blade here and a mighty shield. Doesn't matter what level it is. It's as effective as a legendary. The stats here don't matter. What matters are these sigils. And again, the same with the armor. If you go to meta battle right here, when you select the build, it'll tell you what weapons to use, and it will tell you what the sigils are. Okay. Very common sigils is cleansing. So like when you swap to this weapon set, let me go back here and buy a hammer from this guy. We'll be using a hammer in the build, which is going to be another video, but there it is. Okay, so I'm going to go in here, select the hammer. So going back to the PvP thing, so cleansing. So anytime you swap to this weapon set, you'll cleanse. So if I do a swap, it will remove a condition. That's a very common one. Another one that's very common is intelligence. And another one that's very common is energy. I've noticed a lot of builds have the energy one. Gain 25% of your endurance when you swap to this weapon. So that right there is how you would set up a PvP armor set with weapons. It's not the PvE stuff. No trinkets needed. That's the end of this video.